All right, guys, welcome to Monday night's coaches call. This one is a special one because we got a power couple out here in Illinois that is going to share what their journey has been and how they've created a massive business in the last year, right? So I know most of you guys are newer to nutrition cafes and nutrition clubs. Like, these guys are still learning as well, but they've mastered how to duplicate. Just pay attention. They have 8 clubs in the last year, went from active world team to mill team, and continue building. And at the same time, they are humble. They love to give back. They help us run the STS together. We run the Chicago STS together. And it's just amazing to see their growth in the past year. So please give it up for mill team, soon to be 7.5.
Hey.
Megan and Taylor Flemming.
Hey guys.
What's up? Hey, always a pleasure, my friend. It's always an honor to be on these calls with you guys too. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you, first off, for hopping on this call. It's Monday night at 8:30. There's plenty of other things that we could be doing, yet here we are. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and dive right on into this, right? So within the past year, we found out that what we were doing wasn't working. We needed to find something that we could do that was duplicatable, that was simple, and fun. So the Mark Hughes principles, fun, simple, magical. We got away from that for a little while there, guys. So we got stuck at Active World Team for a little bit, right? But I'm going to backtrack a little bit. We're going to go into our story a little bit so that way you can get to know us a little bit more before you get to know our system.
Yeah, awesome. So we're Megan and Taylor Flemming here in Bloomington, Illinois. Found the business and the products 5 years ago. Taylor was stationed in Texas, and it was actually his sergeant's wife who sampled me a pumpkin spice shake. Completely changed my life. I was super underweight, so I was really looking to gain healthy weight. So I used the products to gain 25 pounds of lean muscle. I'm in the best health and shape of my life. And at that point in time in our life, I was working full-time in an ER as a patient care technician. I did hair on the side out of our kitchen. And then Taylor was active duty, which meant he was gone all the time, so I was running the household. So with all of that, we still, we couldn't make ends meet, and we were desperate for a change. So when I was offered the opportunity, I said yes. I signed up as a distributor with the last $75 in our bank account. He was in the field, so he had no idea. And within 2 days, I got to my first STS, and I saw a vision of what was possible. And, within the first 2.5 weeks of working this business, super part-time, I made an extra $500. That literally was everything for our family. That was a whole week's paycheck for me. So to make that in the nooks and crannies of my day was everything. And we worked it super part-time until we moved back home here to Illinois. And I said, I'm never going to work for anyone ever again, and I want to do this. It was about 2.5 years in, and this handsome fellow over here was not supportive of Herbalife. He had his own shelf of unnamed products that I'm not going to name. But here's the thing, you guys, you do what it takes, and you do it for the why that you got started for. And so I just did what I was taught. And along the way, he finally sampled a shake, fell in love with why I fell in love with the products. Forced him to an event, one event, an LDW, and the rest is kind of history. I'm going to let him kind of take over from there.
So being prior military, my diet wasn't necessarily the best. I like to call it the triple Bs, the beers, the booze, and the bad habits. So I found myself in an endless loop with the triple Bs. I was always drinking beer, I was always drinking booze, I was always making some sort of bad habit there, right? And I didn't want any part to do with this at all. Like she said, I was super, super skeptic. So, hey, real quick, if you have someone who's skeptic, it's okay. Keep plugging away, keep plugging into your system, keep doing the deal, and eventually they will come too, okay? That little light bulb will click, right? So my biggest thing is she got me to the LDW, and I saw the vision. I knew the product was great, and then I seen the vision and understood what this company was really about. So with that, we came into this with full force as, she brought me to the event right about World Team. It was Detroit LDW. And Enrique Carrillo, if you guys don't know Enrique, you'll eventually see him on stage. He's got really beautiful hair, and So, but when he's on stage, he's like, listen, hustle until the haters brag that they know who you are. And I'm like, I don't know what a hater is, but I want some because this man up on stage, I want his check too, right? So I seen the vision. He casted the vision so crystal clear for me to grab onto and understand that what is possible in this company. So understand this, guys. You signed, you have your 10Y, you said yes to a better opportunity, to a better life, to a better version of yourself. You just got to commit. And with this call, I really think that we're going to push forward and end this month stronger than you've ever ended your business ever. But we're going to try to give you guys a little bit of hints and tricks and what's helped us along the way. Because I remember our third cut of global expansion team. And I know exactly what this organization feels right now. So I'm fired up. I know Megan's fired up, so I'm going to let her take it away.
Yeah, you guys. So some things that I would love to give to you guys going into this, like, one, congratulations. This is momentum. And so with that, everyone, I'm sure, started this month off with a goal. And whether you've already achieved that goal or you haven't, I encourage you as the leadership body, successful people, they continue on whether or not they reach the goal or not. So whether or not you're super close or not super close at all, you still, you don't downgrade the goal. And with that, if you've already achieved your goal as leadership, we want to grow, we want to expand ourselves, right? So let's upgrade the goal a little bit more. So wherever you set out, if it was, 5K, 10K this month, like the goal doesn't change. We keep striving because of the person it's going to make you become and what it's going to do for your own personal business, right? With that, I'm going to have you go into the successful traits and unsuccessful traits.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So the goal in this entire thing is to become all that you can be. Yeah. Not half, not 3/4, not a quarter. To become everything that you can possibly be. So really coming into it, like, what is the traits of an unsuccessful person? Right? When you get off the club, what are we doing? Are we going home and clicking on Netflix? Now, I'm not saying don't watch TV, and I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself and don't do nothing like that, but are you getting your follow-ups done before the TV's on? Are you reaching out to people and saying, hey, bro, hey, listen, I got this 3-day challenge, man. It's unbelievable. You're going to feel unbelievable. I need 3 days of your time, test drive my coaching abilities, and let's check out how this thing works. 3 days is all it takes to get somebody an unbelievable result. We have 4 days left in this month. 4 days. So listen, 4.5-ish. So starting tomorrow, we have 4 days. So who has a 3-day trial that they can give off on hand? Who has a club they can plug into do a custom 3-day trial for $30? What is a custom 3-day trial, right? So we have the best of the best of the best wow shakes out of these clubs, right? So when they come into these clubs, hey man, $30, I can customize any single one of these shakes in here just for you for the next 3 days. I'm going to give you 2 shakes a day. I'm going to give you guidance on 2 snacks a day. I'm going to help you design a colorful meal. And on day 4, when you weigh in and you see that scale change, you're going to say yes to my coaching opportunity. You're going to say yes to the Prefer membership, and we're going to rock this thing. So imagine, guys, doing this with 10 people. If each of you did with this with 10 people and only got half, if we just got half, that's still 5 people each. And if 5 people sign up as a preferred membership at $100 worth of, or 100 volume points worth of product, guys, that's the slam dunk. Mm-hmm. That's the slam dunk. That's done in the bag. But it's the little steps and the little things that we do every single day that leads up to this point. Okay? We don't go to the gym for 9 hours and get results. We go to the gym every single day for 30 minutes to get results. Mm-hmm. Right? So we got to keep consistent with this action. We got to stay consistent with this effort, because if we do it here and then don't do it again the next day, it just seems like a little fad that we're doing, and people are going to catch on to that. People want a coach who's going to latch on to them and treat them with every little last bit of love that they have for them, because honestly, we start with why we do what we do. We have the how, we have the what, but lead with the why. I truly believe that every single person in this world deserves to be healthier and happier. I believe that this 3-day trial leads straight into exactly what you seek. When you lead with the why, followed by the how, and then the what, you're going from the inside out, not the outside in.
Yeah, love it. And he said something super important, you guys. These last few days that we have 4.5 days left, like magic can happen in these 4 days, but it's what you set yourself up to do. It's going to set you up for the next 90 days. It's going to set you up for the next month. And what's crazy is what you decide. So it's a choice. If you choose to give it all you have. Whether or not you reach the goal, this is what happens. You plant the seeds. Everything comes full circle. So when it's your turn to get on a call with your team to close that finish line for Get Team, what is your team going to do? They're going to rally and they're going to work and they're going to go for it because it comes full circle. So what are some ideas that we can rally around? What are the standards that you guys set inside of your organization? What are the tools that you guys work every day? How can you get creative? Some things that we love to do is utilize what we have. So we build massive customer bases, right? We use clubs. We get people results on products. So how can we use the tools to amp it up a little bit towards the end of the month? And some ideas that we've gotten from other organizations we've applied. So for example, if you guys have a massive customer base, what is a promotion you can do, whether it is if they order a certain amount of volume, what gift can you give them? Can you send your preferred members a box of Liftoff or lotion or a toner, something that they haven't tried before, but you're giving back to them? We're all in nutrition clubs, and I know you guys do like satellite clubs and nutrition clubs, something that we've started a few months ago. It's called the Hookup or Customer Appreciation Day. So the last 3 days of the month, we go all out and we create the most amount of volume out of the club, and it's the biggest party. And the whole entire town knows it's coming. They know that they're going to get a Prolesa shot with probiotic, with a protein bite. They're going to get a shake and a tea, and it's going to be fully loaded, and it's going to be a discounted price, but it's the idea is to get the most amount of volume, which means you're getting more product in people's mouths. So what are some ideas that you can get super creative with to create volume in the things that we're doing? And out of that, you guys, who knows how many customers that you're going to get out of sampling an extra Prolesa or adding to someone's program?
Exactly, guys. So you know that the more product that they consume, the better they're going to feel. So when they come in at EOM and they got this customer appreciation day or the hookup day or whatever it is that you decide to call it, is they're going to get so much value from just stepping in the door that day. Because the Prolesa shots, if you do them right, they're unbelievable. Glazed donut Prolesa shots. I don't know if y'all have that, but my goodness, are they good, right? But now think about this. You come into my club for $5, you're going to get, not only are you getting a Prolesa shot, you're getting a protein bite, you're going to be getting an extra lift off, and you're going to be getting a special little treat in there on top of it all too. So this is volume, 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 volume. Yeah, I'm not going to take any profit that day, but what's more important? You know what I mean? The important thing to me is putting product in people's mouths. So now when they come back, you're going to start seeing your average sale go up. So just for instance, in the past 4 months since we've implemented this, our average sale is about $12.14 per sale. About the last week of the month, it was about $13. We implemented this in the last week of the past 3 months. Our average sale is almost $19. So put it into perspective. If you guys are serving 100 people a day, that difference between that to that is exponential. It's huge, huge. But also consider the volume that you're accruing in the process as well. People are now going to be talking about it because they just got so much thinking energy that they can't be quiet. Their mouths are just keep going and going and going and going and going. They're like the Energizer Bunny for you guys. It's unbelievable, right? So what are the qualities that we need to put into this though to make this thing happen? Because without action, none of this is even relevant, right? So what is it that we can do to put ourselves in a position to where what we do then duplicates? If you're not excited about the hookup, no one's going to be excited about this hookup. What you do duplicates through and through, 100%. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the pretty. It duplicates regardless of the fact. Me and Megan had a great conversation about this a little bit ago. We're like, oh my goodness. Woo, I'm so glad we weren't here a year ago. You know what I mean? But you're going to be in that position, but what you do duplicates. So remember, like Megan said, when you guys are on this call here in the next couple months with your team, because you're in Get Team Cuts, you're going to want your team fighting as hard as they possibly can for you because you fought as hard as you could for your people. That is exactly why we do this business, guys. The volume's cool. The money's cool. Everything like that is great. But building a relationship with other people to grow and develop into better people every single day while having a compensation plan attached to it, there is nothing like it in the marketplace. Anywhere. I love it. I love it. I get 2 checks a month from Herbalife, and I love it. But I also love my team even more because if it wasn't for them, it wouldn't be possible for me. And I know Jay and Mira love you guys because if it wasn't for you guys, they wouldn't be in the position that they are. You guys are a global expansion team organization and beyond. This is just the foundation of this incredible building being built right here, right now. You're laying the structure exactly how it needs to be laid. The foundation is here. Now it's time to just get them hammers to work, start putting up the framing, start putting up the housing, start putting up everything that goes along with it, and build a freaking empire.
Yeah, I think the best advice I heard from Larry Halsey, he's done a few calls for our organization, is, you know, especially when it's like you're going for something really, really big. Like for us, our first big thing was the vacation. And it truly is like it's a decision. It's a burn the boats moment. It's a I'm going all in no matter what. And one of the things he said is lean into the finish line, right? So we don't stop beforehand. We don't slow down. We lean into the momentum and we go for it. So you're setting yourself up for success, not only for this organization, but your future team. It's all a success habit, you guys. Lean into this finish line. It's like this next few days could be the most fun. You're going to learn so much about who you are, your leadership, your team. Like people are going to step up who, you know, let go of whatever was holding them back. And they're like, I've had it. I'm going to step into this. I'm going to hit this goal. We're going to crush this. Why? Because we're a team and we do it together. We lean into the finish line together. And it's a decision. No one's left behind. It takes a team to hit get team. It takes a team to hit get 2.5. It takes a team to hit mill and so on.
That was good.
Yo.
That was really good, right? But no, guys, for real. It's like I was talking to Jay earlier. I know how close you guys are. Man, it's right there. It is home stretch, everybody. Home stretch. Megan said lean into the finish line. That couldn't be any more pertinent in the situation. Mm-hmm. Lean into that bad boy. Push as hard as you possibly can and just keep going. I promise you that the end result is unbelievable because when they get to walk that stage as a global expansion team, you're like, I was a part of that. Mm-hmm. I got to be a part of that.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. And the bottom line, you guys, is we do Herbalife. We have fun. It's simple. It's magical. We retail like crazy. We get crazy results. We attend the events. We have fun. And it's all amazing. And what's really cool is, like, I'm excited for this team. Like, I've seen Jay and Mira from when we first started and where you guys are now. It's incredible. It's magical. And I'm excited to see you guys continue to grow. You guys have an incredible structure. You guys are duplicating. And it starts with this right here, this call right here. This is the core. This is the leadership. We get to rise and step up. And I'm excited to see all of you cross that stage at Extravaganza. You know, you got to declare it, and it starts with fighting for our team now, because that's the culture, and that's something that when we hit Global Expansion Team, it was a culture we created. It wasn't for us, but it was for them, and it was other people winning. And because we fought for their dreams, they continue to fight for ours as well because they're inside of that dream with us. So we don't want to take too much more of your guys' time. We love you guys so much. We're so excited. Make a plan. Figure out what you have to do. Use the structure you have. Get creative. I mean, we've done crazy promotions before. Hookup is like gold. Mm-hmm. You know, use what you have and close this out. You guys are going to – I can see you guys closing it out in the next day. Like, It's going to happen. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah. I'm excited to see the post. I'm excited to see it.
Before you guys go, I do want you guys to share a vision of how you guys started out of your first cafe and then what that opened you guys up to and how that's impacted your guys' business and income, just to share a little vision for them.
For sure.
Yeah, so we were
glorified shake makers at world team level in our club. Right. So that was the title that we held proudly for over a year, guys. We set a world team for over a year. So if you're at a pin, it's your learning pin, right? You're not stuck. It's just a little learning curve that you got to get over, and then it's going to be gone. But no, we were stuck at world team for about a year, and there you go. I slipped and said it anyways. But so we were at world team for a year. That was a learning pin. It wasn't until we got out of our own head and started to plug it into the system. So, Jay, it's awesome that you bring this up. So at DTN, we were shake makers. We weren't doing the deal because we didn't really know what to do. We were like lost puppy dogs walking around. We had no idea what was going on. We weren't doing wellness profiles. We weren't doing like follow-ups with anybody. We weren't doing promotions like we should have. Like we were so content with being mediocre that it was just unreal. But it wasn't until we got sick and tired of being sick and tired and we got down to that moment to where we were like struggling for money because I quit my job. We had one source of income now and the club tanked. It was us. We had to look in the mirror. We had to reflect, and it was all our responsibility for what that club did. It wasn't the town. It wasn't the people in the club. It wasn't anything but us. So it wasn't until we accepted personal responsibility about our growth, right? Because we didn't want to just focus on the negative. We focused on the positive. And we're like, okay, well, what works? Invites work. We haven't been doing those. That would probably help when numbers are down. Wellness profiles, them work. Yeah, that probably helped bring numbers up a little bit too, because now we're being health coaches and not shake makers. Like there's all these things that were going through our head that we weren't doing that we should have been doing. And it wasn't until we implemented that. And guys, when we implemented that, we started doing these wellness profiles and sitting down with people, building relationships, helping them achieve the best of the best results. Like Rachel came in off a wellness profile and she did a fit camp with us out of the club and she's lost 124 pounds. She owns like 4 different clubs with us now and she's on the road to get 2,500. You never know who is walking in that door as your next president's team member. But if you just say, here's your shake, here's your tea, card of credit, thank you, have a good day, you're never going to experience that person for the full whatever they have to give to you. Like, what is that wellness profile going to do? Get them on that Tanita scale. Let them know they need to drink a little bit more water. Let them know that their bone mass is looking beautiful and their visceral fat's dropping like crazy. Let them know. But it wasn't until we did that. Yes, more value. Spot on, brother man. So it wasn't until we did that to where we started duplicating people, because what you do duplicates.
Yeah, and I think the biggest piece too is when we first opened, we were in it for ourselves, and it got to a point where we desperately wanted to see other people succeed inside of the nutrition club, but we just didn't know how. And so we figured it out along the way, but our mindset has always been we want to see them succeed more than us, and so we just allowed people into our nutrition club and we taught them what we knew and we were with them guiding them through the structure. We had all of the original operators out of DTN. Now we're all the club owners of all 8 clubs. So if that casts vision for you guys, like the people you have in your club, treat them well, teach them everything you know, like Taylor said, what you do duplicates, so make sure what you're doing is duplicatable and you never know what can happen. Like all of the club owners that we have now, we have 2 global expansion team members, 1 active world team, soon to be another active world team, and it all is because they stuck to the structure and they followed us through that, and then we always just supported them where they wanted support inside of. So yeah, I just wanted to add that in. Like it started very, very not so pretty, and then we learned a lot along the way where we knew what not to do and we figured it out. And you guys, they know what they're doing, follow what they're doing. We had, I think, our biggest learning curve in that was we tried to go against the grain of what our entire organization did because it was an ego thing that we wanted to have it our own. But instead, we had to let go of that and just step into, okay, what they do is working. Why not already do what's already working for somebody? And it sounds so simple, but when you're in your head and in your emotions, it's incredible. So our first month in business, you guys, made an extra $500 and maintained about $1,000 a month. When we decided to open up our nutrition club, you guys, it was about $1,000, $1,200 a month. Last month we made.
Yeah. So we decided at one point too, we put people over profit. People over profit. If you help enough people get what they want, you can have anything that you want. And as soon as we did that, we jumped. So last month we made about $12,800. It was a good month. So it was a lot of fun. This month the middle team bonus kicks in, so it's probably going to be about close to 14 to 15. So we're super fired up. We're super excited. Guys, listen to me when I'm telling you this. The money is there. The money is real. Don't chase the money, though. You have to help the people to get the money. So focus on helping the people and the money will come. People over profit always reigns supreme, right? So that's all we got.
I'm fired up for you guys. Thank you so much for letting us chit chat with you guys.
Jay, thank you.
having an amazing conversation. We're so excited for you guys. Let's close out this Get Team.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Taylor, Megan, that was awesome. So many fire nuggets, literally just dropping all these amazing things that we can implement, like that hookup. Like we're totally doing that this week. So cool. I really appreciate you both coming onto the call. We're good friends. We only get to see them once a month, but we love them so much. And they're so inspiring, as you can hear, guys. 1 to 8 clubs in 1 year. You never know what will happen once you just decide. Like I've seen the shift, not just in their business reflects who they're becoming. And like the internal growth that they've had in this past year is like amazing. And it's just the more that we work on ourselves and the more that we give, it all comes back around, just like they were saying. So appreciate you guys so much for coming on. Can't wait to see that Mill Team bonus. Like a success is a tool. So yes, Taylor's so right that like it is all about the people first. And it's amazing what we get to do once we get that income, like how we can change the world. We can use that success to change the world as well. So we have about 4 days left in the month. It's our decisions is from today. Like getting off this call, you get to make a decision, and it's all up to you, like what you want to do in the next 4 days. But just know, like coming off of this call, you get to make that decision. Are you going to go into action and implement what they said, or are you going to stay where you are? Just know whatever you decide is what you decided. So the results are going to reflect what you want to do, and the results are going to be exactly what you want. So if you want to go for it, we know you can win. We know you can surpass your goals, and we're all going to be doing it together. So can't wait to see everyone blowing up the chat. Excited to see all the new lives we get to change in the next 4 days, like how many people we get to change, how many people we get to help like lose weight, get more energy, all of these different things just because we decided to go out and do the action, right? So everyone have a great rest of your Monday night. Please post in the chat what you are deciding to do, what you want to do in the next 4 days, what goals you want to hit, how many people you want to help in the next 4 days. And we're going to post a few examples of promotions for clients like they were talking about, and other ways to, really put what they were saying out for our clubs too, okay? So we will see everybody in the chat. Thank you guys again. Love you guys. Bye, everyone. Bye, Brody.